So let's talk about want versus need. Want versus need. So for most of my life, I was really out of touch with just even my needs, even my basis needs. I was really out of touch with my needs. So it was like a big step even to start addressing my needs and taking what I need and asking for what I need as a first step, and then letting myself receive what I need. And so there was this progression, right? And I think a lot of us fall in that boat, especially women, because we're caretakers. We're raised to be caretakers. Our culture is about us being caretakers, so it's about putting other people's needs before our own, always. And that is the best thing for us. That's what we're taught. That's what we're told, that our needs come second to everyone else's. And so so you may have that as well. That was a huge part of my journey. So there's that need aspect. But what I want to talk about is want. Like, what do you want? And the second part of that progression for me personally has been owning my wants as well. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I didn't want things all along. We all want things, but we suppress them. And most of all, we feel guilty for them. So there's kind of two aspects of wanting that I want to talk about. And the first thing, two aspects that keep us from owning our wants and moving towards our wants and asking for our wants and letting ourselves receive our wants and stand in our wants and own our wants. And that is shame. You're not even supposed to need stuff. Now you want stuff? So it's shame. And then once you kind of look into that and heal that, which I can talk a little bit more about later, and I go into a lot more in my course and in those things. But so first, this is this wanting and this getting past the shame part. But there's the other big aspect. The second part of that is the belief in scarcity and versus the belief in abundance. Because what I noticed is when I really started owning my wants and being like, oh, I don't just only need stuff. Like, needing felt justifiable, right? If I need stuff, then it's justifiable because I need that. I'm justified to have it. So I didn't have to feel so bad. I didn't have to feel ashamed about it as much, even though there was still a bunch of shame about even having needs. But then once you kind of meet that, then there's this whole other level of shame about having wants. So it's so the de-shaming and then the view of abundance, that me having what I want isn't going to hurt anyone else. Suddenly I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I want stuff. Like, I can have wants, and it's okay to want, and it's good to want. It's good. And that was like, woo, if I was looking at myself now from that perspective, I'd be like, oh my God, like, this girl is nuts, and ew, like, she is so selfish and she's crazy. But now, me having wants enables other people to have wants, which enables them to find their joy and their love, because our wants are nature, life itself, who and what you and we all are, whatever you want to call that, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. But your desire is as natural to you and as beautiful in you as it is in the flowers and the birds and the bees and the animals. And you owning your wants and allowing yourself your wants is so good. It's not just okay, it is good. It is good. So own it. Find out where and why. What are those messages you've learned? What have you been taught about why it's not okay? And for me, that was a whole lot of things. So a whole lot of things had to come together. I had a big thing about selfishness. I'm being selfish, and that was from that limited. There's only a limited amount. There's very little amount, and you have to fight for yours. And you need to share all of yours. You need to share, not just share some of yours, because sharing is a natural thing. When we have everything we need and want, we share because we're full of joy and love for life and everything like that. And we share when we don't do. Sharing is our most natural thing. So we're always going to share. But when we're in that mindset, it's like I have to share and give everything of myself, everything, to where I have nothing left. And then I'll be worthy. And that's that old religious stuff. That's that old religious stuff that has to go. It has to go because it leads to warring and it leads to a lot of bad stuff. So switching that around, seeing how when you're full up, you can give, seeing how letting yourself have overflows from such a more fulfilling place, and enables you to do so much more, enables you to give in such bigger and better ways than when you're struggling and hustling and sweating and blood, sweat, and tears and just trying to make ends meet and in that survival mode. So wherever you're at in this kind of timeline between needing and wanting, like, just know that as you heal your ability to ask for what you want and to recognize that you even have needs, because it starts with recognizing you even have needs, then working on your ability to ask for what you need, which is really hard. Work on your ability to receive what you need, which is also really hard because we want to reject it in a lot of ways. And sometimes we'll let it in and we'll find other ways to reject it. So letting ourselves receive what we need. And then we start to feel nourished in this weird way that we're not familiar with at all. And but from that place of feeling full up, all of a sudden, new ideas, new creative inspirations, new possibilities, new relationship, all of these things come out of that. And then you find this level of wanting. Like, okay, now that I know I can get what I need and that it's actually good, what do I want? What do I want? Like, am I allowed to want? Can I want stuff? I mean, really, can I? And then you start exploring into that. Hell yes, you can want stuff. Hell yes, you can want all kinds of things. Whatever it is that you want, you can trust that wanting. Unless it's about hurting other people, which it's not. If you're watching this, it's totally not. Because people who want to hurt people don't watch self-development things. So trust that wanting, follow that wanting. There's enough for you to have everything you want and everyone else to have everything they want too. And when you have what you want, you inspire other people to have what they want. When you have what you want, you inspire other people to know they can have what they want and to move towards that and to trust themselves and to have all of that as well. And then we all go into the receiving place, and then we all go into a greater giving place at that same time. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Bye.